We are currently on Earth to settle scores from past experiences. The internet is awash with so many stories of children who were able to recollect their past lives, either immediate and otherwise, and whose stories have been verified with astonishing accuracy. More Hollywood flicks are concentrating on the issue of afterlife, or life in the beyond, with its attendant possibility of reincarnation. This is enough to make even the strongest skeptic pause and ponder if reincarnation is after all true. Unfortunately, some block themselves to the obvious truth for fear of being uprooted from their comfort zone of belief. But reincarnation and its effects go beyond the recorded individual cases. This is because reincarnation goes hand in hand with karma. And karma can be individual, family, states, national, racial, and global. Hence, when one passes on, his activities on earth and the wish to make amends bring him back to earth through parents who will also benefit in his being born in the family, be it only in troubles and anxieties brought about through his training. In most African societies, a lot of souls never have the privilege of reaching the realm of ether, and due to homogeneity circulate among his family, being more or less earthbound. This results in more or less stagnant growth, hence the static growth of the African people. With this, they acquire tribal and, on a wider scale, racial karma, where they are holding themselves down. Sometimes an external stimuli is needed to spur them on. This is why the humiliating issue of slavery was allowed, because it is one of the ways to awaken the race through suffering. A different but similar example is seen in the destruction of Incas by the Spanish conquistadors. They have been able to develop themselves so purely in a spiritual sense, but remain too childlike intellectually. Thus, they have reached the peak of their spiritual maturity that can bear the level of their intellectually stunted growth, and can no longer grow spiritually unless the intellect grows at par. They were then permitted to be massacred so that they can be scattered among peoples of high intellect for further development. But now things are changing. The darkness is now meant to destroy the darkness in the current war of Armageddon. Take for instance the Iraq War. Most of the battlegrounds were places of high historical value. But what people do not understand is that most of these places were sites of ancient temples of various gods, which were enclaves for the worship of idols, thereby the active site for the concentration of dark power centers. That a war being fought and championed by those who distort the pure teachings of Muhammad into dark weapons results in the destruction of these white sites is a confirmation of the fact that in the war of good versus evil, it is the evil that destroys the evil, where the good grows imperceptibly until it suffocates the desperate evil.